This is my review of the books that I have read last month. I decided to do them all together since I didn't get a lot accomplished. That way this month I can continue to review books as I read them and just keep up with it that way. So I'm going to start with the first book I read, which was The Most Dangerous Game by Richard Connell. These are all going to be spoiler free, so don't worry. This book is about a guy who gets shipwrecked and gets on this island where he meets this hunter, and that's all I'm going to tell you. And the twists and turns that this book takes for being only about an hour read was great, and I absolutely loved it. I read it in high school and decided to read it again, and it was amazing. The next book that I read was iZombie Dead to the World, which is the first graphic novel in the series of iZombie. And I loved this version of the story. The TV show is a lot different, and the TV show is the reason why I got into the graphic novels. So I was a little bit disappointed in the name changes and the character changes and things like that. But if you separate it from the show, it actually is a great story to read, and I look forward to reading the rest of them like I was supposed to do last month but didn't get to. So hopefully I'll get to them this month. The other two books that I read were City of Ashes and City of Glass by Cassandra Clare, and they are part of the Mortal Instruments series. They are book 2 and 3. And I read the first one in December and loved it, and I moved on to these and tried to finish them all, and it didn't work, but I did get through 2 of them, and I absolutely loved them. The third one, City of Glass, was my favorite. I thought it was a great ending to the series. I don't know why she continued on with it, but I am looking forward to seeing how she did continue with the story. So, because this story follows Clary, and she finds out that she is a shadow hunter, which means that she hunts demons, and she's part of this whole world she didn't even know existed. And you find out a lot about that world in the first book, and then in the second book, it explores more relationships within this world and things like that. And then the third book brings it to a conclusion, in my opinion. What happens with the story and the villain and what happens with him, and it finally concludes the story in a nice, compact way. And then she decided to continue with 3 more books that I'm not looking forward to reading just because I don't know how she can continue with the story. I'm very scared to see maybe it's going to be like Pretty Little Liars where it should have stopped. By the way, that is my dog coughing. So, yeah, give me 1 second. Are you okay? Okay, she's okay. So, yeah, those are the books that I read this month, and this is going to be a really short video, so I think I'm going to include it with my book bingo update. So stay tuned for that. Since my book reviews were so short, I decided to include an update of my book bingo. So, I have 4 spaces filled, and then also the free space. So this is my board. Let's see if I can get the whole thing in. There we go. Okay, so I have 500 plus pages filled with City of Ashes, which I read in January. I have Made into a TV Show filled with iZombie Dead to the World, which I read in January. And then I have one word in the title, which is Lumine, which I am finishing today, so I counted it. And then I have A Forgotten Classic, which is The Most Dangerous Game, which I read in January. And then also the free space. So I have 5 spaces filled, and I have no bingo yet. This video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. Bye!